Tonight, former President Joe Biden's devastating diagnosis, the president's aggressive form of prostate cancer, the outpouring of support. It comes after he shook up the race for president, abandoning his bid amid concerns over his health and mental acuity. And should the advanced case have been diagnosed sooner? What doctors are saying tonight. Just hours after a line of severe storms laid waste to a massive swath of the country, the new weather threat. Nearly 30 dead, and the same areas could be hit again. The budget cuts from the Trump administration isn't impacting forecasting dangerous weather. The intense new wave of Russian attacks from the air on Ukraine as President Trump talks by phone with Vladimir Putin. Is there any hope for progress? The chilling attack on a California fertility clinic, the man who killed himself in a car bomb, what law enforcement sources believe about his radical ideology, and how first responders took action to save incubators. How did a tall ship end up crashing into the 142-year-old Brooklyn Bridge? The mast collapsing, killing 2 crew members as crowds looked on in horror. Just in, the new law targeting graphic sexual deepfakes online. And our deep dive into the quest to save America's coral reefs. How underwater sculptures are giving reasons for optimism. Good evening and welcome. After informing the world about his prostate cancer diagnosis over the weekend, former President Joe Biden is now facing the very private decision about what's next. His cancer, diagnosed last week as an aggressive form that had spread to the bone, according to a spokesperson, discovered as a small nodule on his prostate. Despite the aggressive nature of the disease, experts say his type of cancer, while not curable, may be manageable. Biden led a fight for cancer research, raising tens of millions after the death of his son, Beau. Today, the 46th president posting online, "Cancer touches us all." The health revelation coming at the same time Mr. Biden's mental acuity has come under scrutiny again. In a moment, I speak to a doctor about prostate cancer detection and treatment. But first, here's Peter Alexander.
Tonight, sympathy and support for former President Biden after his office revealed the 82-year-old has an aggressive form of prostate cancer that has spread to his bones. This morning, the former president posting, "Cancer touches us all. Like so many of you, Jill and I have learned that we are strongest in the broken places. Thank you for lifting us up with love and support." Biden received the diagnosis Friday after experiencing increasing urinary symptoms, which led doctors to find a small nodule on his prostate. President Trump writing, "Melania and I are saddened to hear about Joe Biden's recent medical diagnosis. We wish Joe a fast and successful recovery." Biden's Vice President Kamala Harris posting, "Joe is a fighter, and I know that he'll face this challenge with the same strength, resilience, and optimism that have always defined his life and leadership." A source familiar with Biden and his family's thinking tells NBC News they're now assessing multiple treatment options, including hormone therapy.
With modern day medical management, this may not shorten his life at all.
The diagnosis as Democrats were in the midst of a reckoning following new accounts Biden's aides and allies may have concealed his mental decline as president. Biden recently dismissing those accounts.
They are wrong. There's nothing to sustain that.
Leaked audio clips from Biden's 2023 interview with special counsel Robert Hur were released Friday, showing the former president at times struggling to recall names and dates.
Well, if it was 2013, when did I stop being vice president? 2017. So I was vice president.
Now some allies are questioning why the cancer was not detected sooner.
It is a little surprising to many of us oncologists that he wasn't diagnosed earlier. He did not develop it in the last 100, 200 days. He had it while he was president.
Late today, President Trump raising his own questions.
Why did it take so long? I mean, this takes a long time. It can take years to get to this level of danger. So it's a very, very sad situation, and I feel very badly about it. And I think people should try and find out what happened.
Tonight, friends are sending the former president love and strength.
He'll get through this. He'll fight. But this is hard. I mean, this is a tough diagnosis.
And Peter, cancer has tragically personally impacted the Biden family before.
Lester, next week will mark 10 years since Biden lost his son Beau to brain cancer. And notably, Biden helped launch the Cancer Moonshot Initiative, which helped invest federal money into research projects that created new treatments that could help Biden in his cancer fight now. Lester?
Peter Alexander tonight. Peter, thank you. And joining us now is Dr. Lee Richstone, chairman of urology at Northwell Lenox Hill Hospital. Doctor, thank you for being with us. Do most cancers of the prostate begin with symptoms?
Most prostate cancers do not begin with symptoms. Actually, in today's day and age, most prostate cancers are detected through a PSA blood test. Symptoms are really only common if patients have advanced disease, if it's been detected late.
In this case, the former president apparently had some symptoms, and there was questions, I guess, about when that began. What is the typical length of period into the disease that you find out you have it?
Well, again, typically people find out when they have it a localized disease. Blood test is elevated and it's contained to the prostate. If someone's having symptoms from prostate cancer, bone pain, weakness, numbness, blockage of their urinary stream, then it's advanced. I mean, it's higher stage disease, both at the prostate level and metastatic disease.
Dr. Richstone, we thank you for stopping by. The weather devastating the Midwest and South. More than 30 million people under severe weather alerts, including people in Oklahoma, Kansas, and Missouri.
Tonight, another round of dangerous weather threatening millions, all clashing with the scramble to clean up.
There's a lot of need, and there's a lot of severe weather in the forecast.
At least 102 tornadoes were reported since Thursday. From Colorado.
Oh my God.
To Oklahoma.
Wow, dude.
To a deadly twister in St. Louis that damaged more than 5,000 buildings.
On the ground, you see the impact of those 150-mile-an-hour winds. Home after home after home completely destroyed. Devastation expanding not just for blocks, but through entire communities.
They tarped it up yesterday after they removed the tree.
Geraldine Jurgen is now rushing to clear debris for her daughter and 4 grandchildren after a tree crashed into their home just days ago.
We're going to stick together, we're going to stand strong, we're going to survive it. We're stronger than the winds.
The same system that killed 19 people in Kentucky. Kathy Park is there.
It took seconds for people to brace for impact. The tornado came through with so much force, the house across the street launched hundreds of yards right here.
An unrelenting pace of severe weather coming as about 40% of the nation's weather forecast offices are facing significant staffing vacancies, including in Jackson, Kentucky. But the agency telling NBC News emergency alerts went out and the office remained fully staffed through the duration of the event using surge staffing. Tom Fahey's organization tracks those staffing numbers.
How exhausted are some of these meteorologists at this point?
These individuals, they've been carrying a great load for a long time. We have to wait to see what happens here with the administration to give us more relief, to get more employees hired.
And Shaquille joining us now from St. Louis. Shaquille, the weather is still a major threat for that area.